Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And now, this will be my reaction, comment, and even suggestion in regards with your submitted output for you to be able to improve it and of course to have higher scores. Without further ado, let's start. So here are my tips as well as suggestions in order to make your output better. So, kung maigo mo ani, of course, you need to improve, prove. So, let's start with number one. Before we start, of course, upon checking your output, yes, there are some outputs that exceeded my expectation, but there are also outputs nga basta makapasa na lang, which is not actually good, particularly in my subjects handled with you. That is why I really do hope that these tips will really help you to make your output, nilagay ko dito, better. So let's start with number one. Number one, there are some students who were not able to follow the format. So ano bang format? Sir, di man may ka-follow sa format, sir, because kuan man sir ka nang maglisod mig-edit. Yes, I consider that one. But that is why I allow some of your students to what? Isulat na lang. But you need to follow the format. Unsa man nga format? If it is T-chart, therefore, mo drawing you dapat mo og T. If it is concept map, you need to also make a concept map. Bahalag dili ka to sa akong kopya, bahalag mobuhat mo og inyuha nga forma. Why? Because the essence of that particular activity nawala na kung i-enumerate lang ninyo basta dito That is why you need to follow the format. Most especially sa katong mga magsulat lang bitaw. So first, indention. Always remember to indent your paragraph. Unsa man indention? Kanang itab nimo ang first nga sentence sa imong paragraph yang uban kay wala jud straight ra black tanan. Unsa ni letter? No. Proper indention should or you need to bear into your mind with the proper indention. And of course, avoid long paragraphs. Because there are some students, masyak na lang ko, sa man pagbasa nga hastang taas na ba nga paragraph? Cut your paragraph. So at least 3 to 5 sentences per paragraph will do. Just make sure nga di pud kayo kanang crowded pud kayo or daghan ra pud kayo ang kanang sa isa nimo ka paragraph. Di ba? So remember that one. And of course, if it's a T-chart, make a T-chart mo. Na gani ito kung ginaingon, no. Kung unsa niyo kung giporma dito, ayun, ato puta na pagkaporma sa inyo, ha. And of course, there are some students, submitted me a Word document or even a picture, and they were not able to convert it into what? PDF. Which results what? Nangabungkag yun siya. That is why for you to be able to have a well-arranged output, you need to convert it into PDF. Wait for my tutorial video on how to convert PDF. Okay, again, follow the format. And of course, in writing essays, you need to integrate your experience. You know what? I was quite shocked when I asked your classmates to write my diary or even reflection paper, because I could really see that they are not the one who are doing their output, because it is in the third person. Dapat when you reflect, make use of first person. Therefore, it should be relevant to your experience. How can you be able to share knowledge to us if you will not integrate your experience? Diba? So, you need to reflect on yourself. That is assessment as learning. And of course, ask yourself, how will you apply it? So that this is more on application. And of course, we need to make use also of metacognition. What is metacognition? Metacognition. Meta means beyond. Cognition means thinking. Therefore, it is beyond thinking or thinking about thinking. You will now identify what are your strengths, your weaknesses, and how to overcome those weaknesses of yours and turn it into a strength. And aside from that one, you may also integrate your experience. For example, in our topic about learner-centered approach, you may share your experience. For example, learner-centered approach, it allows the learners to be at the center of the teaching and learning process. With this, it helped me to reminisce my experience when I was reporting in PCK 1, wherein I asked my classmates to have a group activity. Then I could really see that they are quite engaged if we will apply collaborative learning, which is part of learner-centered approaches. So ganun. So make use of integrating your experience. Yan yung hinahanap ko. Next. So number 3 ni, follow the instructions. There are really students who were not able to follow instructions. Inilagay ko na doon. Okay, the file name should be Martinez 82. The file name should be Rosero 83. So, apelido una before ang assessment task, the numbers assessment task. And of course, there are some students who were not able to follow simple format or even gibutang dito nga, you may download the the assessment task attached, pero ilag yung gikopya kay katug yung naa sa learning material. You know what, I made some say tawag some improvement para sa sa inyong assessment task, or shall I say there are some changes sa learning materials nga akong ibasa og sa assessment task nga ako ang gi-upload. That is why you will follow the assessment task, because I already proofread it for you to be able to easily understand. Og napod ko yung mga gamay nga changes, particularly para mas mapadali ang inyong buhatonon. So read and analyze the instructions given. And of course, if it is at least 250 words, it should be 250 or more, because there are some students, gamay lang kayong explanation. Grabe naman na, oy. You know what? The more you write essay, the more you could be able to express yourself. According to the law of exercise by Edward Lee Thorndike, connectionism theory or SR theory, he stated that practice makes perfect. Therefore, the more you write essays, the more you would be able to make use of expressing yourself, organizing your ideas, and the like. And of course, no lifting of statements directly. So therefore, if you want to use quotations, cite the author. Di man na inyo ha. So, isite yun ninyo. Also, statements to prove your kuan. Also, you may cite. Make use of in-text citation. I know you already experienced that one when you had your research during senior high school. Okay, next. Of course, answer in a complete sentence. There are a lot of students, there are a lot of outputs rather that I've read wherein it is only in phrase form. That is why make use of complete sentence. So ano ba yung complete sentence? It should have a subject as well as a verb and has a complete thought. So for example, nabantayan ako ni sa T-chart. Ipangbutang dito focus is on language. Another is they will listen. Okay, although kompleto siya, but you need to specify kinsa man ang maminaw. Teachers will listen. Napugibutan nito facilitate. Facilitate lang a word. So you need to also specify who will facilitate. The teacher will facilitate. So make use of complete sentence, and also be aware with your spelling, because there are students who misspelled a lot of words. Although I am not that particular when it comes to grammar, spelling, when it comes to you, I know that English is not our first language, but try to consider that you will be future teachers. So of course, that is part of your training here in college. And of course, be creative. I really love those output who will add color, who will make use of their own design, who will incorporate cleanliness, neatness with their output. I commend those students. I even add a little bit of additional scores to them for their effort. Di ko gusto anong pasanda ko ka ng hastang plain na. Napoy mo pa sa uka ng hastang hugawa. Antay di kaayo. Napay mga kinanan, napay kanon, napay na tuluan og tuyo. Sus, ayo in tawon no. And of course, don't settle with what is given to you. That is why you may also improvise some things. For example, kanang gibuhat lang nako dito, okay, nang buhat lang ko square. So, pwede mo buhatan to og laing shape, di ba? And of course, be resourceful. Ganan jud ko ng mga estudyante nga resourceful kayo nga mogamit jud sila kanang mga resources nila. For example, di man sila ka encode. So therefore, i-print nila tapos design na nila. I really love those students. And of course, add color or design to your output. Yes, it really gives a good impression to your teachers. Next, submit early but surely. There are some students who submit lagi sa'yo, pero pagbasa na ko sa output, murag layo man. Halata kay nga wala gibas ang learning material. Wala kita noong video. Namikin mo pang kusion sa bukan. So therefore, you need to submit before deadline. But make sure that your output is nindot yun. Dapat kapila na ninyo gibasa. Di ba? Before submitting to your teacher, you need to read it first. And also, there are some students who are not able to submit it early. Later on, discuss na siya kung so mato para sa mga mag-submit o late. And next, you are not allowed to copy the output of your classmates. You know what? There are some outputs that I've observed nga kanang kinopyan nila silang classmate. Moa na maganda sila. Ay sir, nangayo raman kong idea sa iya. Are you sure? I think no need to ask for idea of others because you have your own. You have your authentic self. That is why make use of what? Make use of your own understanding of our topic because it makes your answer more relatable because it comes from your experience. So, ayun na gyud kanyo pasak pa. Once ka makasakop na pud ko o ka nang kinupya gyud tanan, I will not consider anymore unless you have a very valid reason. But I think you have the quiet or the enough time to make your output. Tagpila gud, at least 3 weeks gud ako ang deadline sa inyo ha. 'Di ba? So, napamoy yaw-yawan na. Next, if you opt to write your output, just make sure para sa katong magsulat, it is legible. Please lang, make sure nga okay inyong agi, nga kanang mabasa pa jud, and dili blur. No erasures. Nadyo yung mga nag-submit nga mga bagagnaw nga hugaw gyud kay ilang output. Make it presentable or clean. So, you know what, you may add color, and of course, just basta cleanliness, neat, ganun. And of course, it should be in portrait. Kaya naging mga nag-submit sa kuang kanang ako pa'y mag-adjust, magtakilid pa ko sa kuang kuan. No? Please lang, in portrait, good siya. If late submitted, state a valid reason. So, you may state a valid reason in the comment section upon your submission. Kanang valid ha? Kanang valid. Ay, you know what? Isa sa mga dili ganan is kanang mga dishonest ka mga estudyante. I could really consider as far as kanang gusto na ako, basta honest lang yun ka sa kuha. Don't break my trust. So, we are done. So, for the output, ako mga na-check, those are the things that I've observed. I really do hope that you will incorporate it with the assessment test that you will be doing. And also, you know what? I am generous when it comes to giving of scores to my students, particularly kung nakita ko na ko nga they are doing their best, they are doing their effort with their output. Pero kung di na ko na makita sa inyo ha, well, of course, yun. So I really do hope that this video helped you, particularly in improving your output. If you have request videos nga ako ang buhatan, just leave it in the comment section. Okay? So, this is your Poging instructor, Mark Chen M. Martinez. Bye.